Okay, so R.C. Hammond, press secretary, we read about you all the time. You never give interviews. You don't really like talking to the press, but you kind of have to work the press on a regular basis, don't you? I mean, explain for a moment during this process the role you have to play sort of behind the scenes, in front of the, this has got to be a daunting task to do a campaign like this.
In some respects, I imagine it's like being a blocking tackle, where you're not the quarterback, you're not the guy who's going in the end zone, but you're the one who's doing the grunt work to make sure somebody gets somewhere down in the touchdown.
This is in a lot of ways a really nasty process, isn't it? And I don't think I've ever seen it in all my years. Of course, I've got a chance to travel with you guys a little bit and see how bad it is up front, but this is pretty bad, isn't it?
We were thinking the South Carolina primary was going to get down in the gutter. South Carolina has a reputation for having some real rough and tumble politics. But South Carolina was fine. Where it started was in here in Florida, and where in many ways we were trying to run the issues campaign, being the solutions candidate, being very positive. There's a lot going on the country needs help with, but at the same time, through Iowa we had millions of dollars in negative advertisement from super PACs run against us. That drumbeat was kept up in New Hampshire and South Carolina, and now we're seeing Governor Romney go on to any debate stage and do it himself. And so, to say that gloves have come off is it's kind of disrespectful to boxers.
Newt seemed almost rattled at how bad it got on the debate stage, didn't it? I mean, it almost seemed like he just couldn't believe that kind of stuff was being said.
Republican voters expect their candidates to carry themselves with at a minimum level of honesty, and Mitt Romney has failed to deliver that. And especially in the debate stage, jumping around the question about who he voted for in the Songus is, he's almost assuming that we're that stupid that we wouldn't figure it out, which in itself is a bit disgraceful.
How are you feeling about Florida? I mean, the narrative is that Newt's about 8 points down. I always say on the radio show, the American people don't like to be told a narrative. They're going to decide what they're going to decide.
They definitely are, and we think we're in good shape right now. We will surge going in towards Election Day. We look at the last three national polls that have come out. Gingrich is in the lead in each one of them. As we've moved further through the primaries, we've continued to consolidate the conservative vote, which is critically important to the party when we take the nomination, because unless we have a bold conservative who steps up on the stage in Tampa, we will not beat Barack Obama, and that's what this is all about. At the end of the day, we have to have somebody who can fly the flag, who can stand up for Republican values, stand up for conservatives, and go and stand up on the debate stage and beat President Obama, and that's what this is about. And Gingrich is the only candidate that can lead that type of charge.